These are the old guys.
Welcome back to Mushing TV. I'm here at the Denali Park with Debbie Moderow. She's an Iditarod veteran and also a veteran of the Wyoming stage stop race. And you're planning on doing this year again?
I am.
Right?
I'm signed up for the Wyoming stage stop. Takes place end of January, early February.
Well, I remember you were signed up for Iditarod last year, but then you ended up going to the Wyoming race anyway. How did that happen?
That's right. Well, I had finished Iditarod in 2005, thought I'd like to do it again. Last winter was critically cold. I got a little beaten up in a cold race over New Year's, and I thought I'd like to go to the sunny Rocky Mountains,
Smart choice.
Run a series of 40 to 60 mile legs over the course of a week. And it's run like the Tour de France. It starts and stops every day. Warm bed at night and
no camping?
No camping, although I love camping. That's one thing I miss a little bit about running Wyoming. But a little quicker pace for the dogs. I've got short-coated dogs. I thought it would suit them better, and I was ready to go back down there.
So I know that you also like to go a little faster than the average distance musher. I remember 2 years ago you almost beat Hans Scott at the Canterville Classic 200 race. You came in second.
I did.
Few minutes behind him.
I tried to get him very hard.
Well, yeah, but you sure have a fast dog team. And how did you do last year in the Wyoming stage stop race?
Last year I came in 12th. Out of 20 teams, I was pretty pleased because we'd done all our training for Iditarod. So we had been...
So you trained for a 1,000-mile race, not for a stage stop race.
Yep, and in the race where I got whipped around in the cold and had some trouble, I very successfully completed a 110-mile leg. So when you teach dogs to do that, you're teaching them to hold a steady pace for a long time. And Wyoming's really the opposite of that. And the dogs... You know, once in a while they'd get into their Iditarod trot, but for the most part they were willing to go with me, and we didn't have any pressure. We did as best we could. We trained for a different type of event. So this year we're going to train a little differently.
So you're going to train precisely for that race in order to perform in it.
Right. That's what we're going to do between now and the Wyoming race. The end of the season we're going to go run a 300 in Fort Yukon. So when we get back from Wyoming we're going to set up our camp, we're going to stretch the runs out to 60, 70 miles, slow the team down, because we do love to camp. And there's a great new race running out of Fort Yukon we're going to do.
It's going to be held for the second time this upcoming season?
Yeah.
And it's a race without a winner?
I think
basically.
so. What I heard last year was that the hardest thing about it was getting off the river and into the villages because everybody was so excited to have the dog teams back on the Yukon River in that part of Alaska.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, what other races are you planning on running before you go down to Wyoming?
I'm looking at a variety of short distance, shorter mid-distance races, possibly in the 40 to 60 mile distance, maybe a 100-mile race with a break in the middle. There's some Two Rivers races like that. Considering Sheep Mountain, but I think for what I'm trying to do, putting 2 consecutive 50s together might be better than 3. You never know.
You never know. It's
I have a few weeks to decide about Sheep Mountain. I am considering it.
Well, we're going to be at the Sheep Mountain race, and hopefully I'm going to see you there too.
Well, you might.
And if not, I wish you the best of luck in Wyoming and represent our state well. I'm sure you will.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks.
You got a spot? See what you've learned, and you're being filmed.
No pressure, right?
No pressure.
First day on the job.
In the tree. Come on. Come on. Here's Spot. Now you can take it off really easily. Hi, buddy. And he goes right where you had Zeus.
Right where I had Zeus.
On the other side of the pen.
Okay. I think I put Spot in the wrong spot.
This is Spot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put...
Oh, Snickers. You put Snickers there.
Snickers, yeah.
Just put him on the empty place. It'll be okay.
Okay, we got a first day on the job, handler. Brian, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Okay, my name is Brian Smith. I'm originally from Wisconsin. and I'm up here because I want to spend my first ever winter up here, and Debbie's given me the opportunity to do that. So
Great. What are your expectations of being a dog handler for one season?
the expectations. Well, I would say. I guess I don't have any expectations. I'm completely new to it, so every day is something different, and so I guess my expectations would be to hopefully
Have a good time with the animal.
Well, Debbie,
Yeah.
what are your expectations on Brian?
Oh,
You've been doing this for a while.
we're doing it for the dogs. We get an extra set of hands and introducing somebody to dog mushing and the incredible athletes that these guys are, and we're just looking forward to showing him a great winter, and I'm sure the dogs will enjoy him too. Like
Yeah,
this
I'm
little-
sure this little puppy will enjoy him. Look, he wants to go to him. All right, well, have a good season. I will catch up with you again to see if you still like me in a couple of weeks or months.
okay. All right.
I bet he will.
Yeah.
All right, great.